and daughters of St. Lucia. Sons and daughters of St. Lucia. Sons and daughters of St. Lucia.
Guide us in our journey, and may God bless our nation. Vive Saint-Lucie, vive Saint-Lucie libre.
We have been given this battle of independence. Let's not drop it. Let's strive to make every generation better, and all St. Lucians wealthier spiritually and materially. Happy Independence, St. Lucia, and may God bless you.
It's a moment we've been waiting for all our lives. From the time my children grew up with me, that's all we've been talking about. It's the day when we shall be free.
And even as we gladly proclaim the birth of our nation, let us remember that with the new dignity comes a measure of new responsibility. The responsibility to make a contribution to the building of our nation.
Well, at the moment when that flag was going up, I thank God as if my whole
Mr. Gaspar, that's actually 2 years old.
Ooh, Papa.
So if people who go do the math, you know how old I am. Yes, you just witnessed the video of history in the making. What an amazing day that was.
Ça c'était vraiment un jour quand nous avons une vidéo. C'était une occasion spéciale pour Saint-Lucie puisque nous avons l'autre pays, Trinidad, c'est les autres pays qui ont joué l'indépendance. En chaque monde pas comprendre ça a été, mais les venus, moi changé, il y a un petit problème attends ça là, petit problème politique puisque premièrement c'est John T. voulait ni les 13 décembre.
Interesting.
Ça veut dire qu'il y a National Day mais il pas fait succès. Comme dit la dernière chose, elle est cassée entre lui et puis partisans. Octave des deux partisans, J4, ils sont d'accord pour 22 février l'année après. Ça c'est l'année 1980. C'est pas 86, 1979, 1979.
You know, but for me, what is really striking is the importance of having that footage and how important it is for us to document our history so that we pass on the information to the next generation. And St. Lucia is in terms of independence, 47 years old, and it's 47 years of history, it's 47 years of struggle, and it's 47 years of nation building. And we can safely say that we have come a long way. And these clips of history is important. Even today, recording this entire parade and this process, people will look back on it and realize that these things are significant.
Oui, d'accord. Avec moi, voulais supporter ça, le dernier dia, puisque nous avons fait un chai progrès, puisque m'est allé à notre fire service, qui commence l'autre jour avec nous, il y a une section femmes, pas quoi seulement, avec un autre gros accomplissement, moi ça dit, nous avons devant nous, c'est un power qui a fait un micro. Longtemps, nous n'avons jamais calculé ça. So, nous avons fait progrès après 47 années et nous avons espéré que nous allons continuer à faire progrès en pays.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, I listen to a lot of, the talk shows, social media. We know that the type of era we are in compared to 1979. And it hurts me when I hear, sadly, some members of the public would make statements like we are not independent. If they only understand what it means for a country to dictate or deliberate and have control of its own internal affairs. And I feel sorry for them because they did not live in the era before independence. So they will not understand what our people, what they had to sacrifice, what they went through so that we can stand today. How many years later and celebrate our 47th independence?
Zach,
Ladies and gentlemen, at the start of
passport
stand at attention for the arrival of the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Honorable Philip Joseph.
Okay, so the Prime Minister is arriving. And now the parade and all the platoons are now at attention. And we
Prime Minister being escorted by, of course, the amazing men of the Department of Road Safety and Traffic Investigations, our bike riders.
And of course, we are seeing the St. Lucian flag being hoisted and raised. We have two flag bearers.
And the St. Lucian flag has just been raised by Sergeant Angus William.
And of course, there's a fanfare played by the Royal St. Lucia Police Band.
Avec quoi de ministre qui a arrivé là, qui a
Standing on the dais.
Dias là, qui a avec qui a power là, avec ça, you guys recogniser, mais power là qui a commencé à présent, il can aller
and of course, he was accompanied by the Commissioner of Police. And of course, the parade is now taking a stand at ease as we wait for the final dignitary, who will be the Deputy
to the Governor General, Mr. Felix.
Inspector Zach Apan.
Yeah.
You can make sure you decide first. Mais il est important puisque ça a été dit non, c'est là où dit assistant gouverneur général, c'est à côté ça c'est en position, mais constitution pas ni en position comme ça, so c'est pour ça il can assister
Ladies
gouverneur
and
général.
gentlemen, please take your seat.
And of course, members of the public invited guests are asked to take a position where they have been asked to take their seats, and we await the arrival of Deputy to the
Deputy to the
Governor
General.
Deep in.
Yes.
And maybe we can go into when the Governor General arrives, what flag is hoisted at the time, and possibly, I believe that when on his arrival, the national anthem will be played.
Yes, the Governor General's standard is hoisted upon his arrival, and the national anthem will be played by, of course, the amazing Royal St. Lucia Police Band.
Ok, ça nous tente nous avons fait. Nous avons espéré le gouverneur général là, comme nous dit, le gouverneur général là, pas présent, il n'est pas présent aujourd'hui, mais nous avons qui a assisté. C'est pas assisté au gouverneur général là, il a assisté au gouverneur général là à présent avec ça c'est M. Félix Fenester. Nous avons espéré qu'il est venu tout à l'heure avec l'Ivini. Nous avons commencé encore. Là même, il ne peut pas aller assise. Là, mais il a commencé, il a recognisé. Et puis il a commencé l'action. Il a fait inspecter, regarder ces différentes sections qu'il a, il a marché, il a descendu. Et puis il a fait ça, il a fait un match pass.
And just to keep everyone tuned, this parade actually has what I call a sort of a elements and a sort of a ritual in sequence. And if we could just go through, so initially they would have fallen in, and they would have marched onto the field.
Yes.
And then the platoon commanders would have fallen in, we know that, and in their respective platoons, and they would have had the dressings, and of course the handing over the parade.
Yes, from the second in charge to the parade commander.
And of course taking command, okay, where the commander assumes his position and awaits the arrival of the COP, the Prime Minister and Governor General. And of course, at this, we are asked to stand at attention
Governor General of St. Lucia
as the Deputy to the Governor General of St. Lucia arrives.
Arms units, shoulder up.
The Governor General's standard has been hoisted by Corporal Killian Emmanuel of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force.
And he goes on to the dais.
Royal salute. Present. Arms.
The parade commander will now march to the deputy to the Governor General, and will report the status of the parade and then invite him to inspect the parade.
Of course, and this is the point where we call the inspection.
My name is Elvis Thomas, Assistant Commissioner of Police, and I am your parade commander. Welcome to St. Lucia's 47th anniversary of our Independence Military Parade. The parade consists of 12 platoons, 8 armed, 4 unarmed, in open order, ready and awaiting your inspection. So, I now invite you to inspect the parade.
And of course, I guess the viewers at home can't see Zachary repeating the lines.
Ok, ça nous a vu, c'est ça c'est le commissionnaire, assistant commissionnaire Elvis Thomas. Il vient un rapport pour assistant pour le gouverneur général là, ici Excellence Finistère, avec des situations comme un monde qui là, avec tout bagage comme ça, et qui est invité pour inspecter, pour regarder les différentes sections. Avec c'est ça qui a fait la présent, c'est Finistère qui a passé et puis assisté par M. Thomas et puis commissionnaire chef police là. Ils ont regardé ce qu'ils font en section.
So in terms of what are you really looking for as he goes through that inspection?
Well, the Deputy to the Governor General is looking closely at the platoons, their bearings, their uniform standards, how immaculately they look, everything, their firearms. This is the time where members of the various platoons will ensure that they immaculately turned out. Because, I mean, you want to look amazing in front of the Deputy to the Governor General.
Of course, he's there passing the Marine unit. So that platoon, that's all in white.
And now currently passing the Port Police platoon.
And then the Bodley Correctional Facility.
Is now inspecting the Cadet Corps, St. Lucia Cadet Corps platoon. And we will be hearing different compositions, music being played by the St. Lucia Police Band. And those songs are entitled Santa Lucia, Beauty of Rose, The Widower, Connaissez-vous, and Marguerite.
Well,
intéressant. Moi, je content ça là. Un autre bagage encore qui marche l'indépendance nous, c'est qualité c'est chanter à nous qu'à jouer, c'est chanter ce pays là. Quand autant inspecteur Zach dit nous c'est qualité chanter à Widover, ça chanter chanson Sainte-Lucie avec tout ça qui a marché indépendance nous. So ça veut dire indépendance vraiment ni un chat valait avec significance pour nous en nation.
But what is most important about these songs is how they were iconized and introduced into our celebrations and to the police band through the work of Carlos Mins, taking those bits of local music and folk music, working along with persons like Joyce O'Geese to get that music scored, and that become part of our celebrations, become part of most of our cultural events. I mean, we can go far back as the youth rallies where we sang songs that were St. Lucian, written by St. Lucians and composed by St. Lucians.
I remember in primary school, I had no choice. I was taught these songs. You had to learn it. You had to know these songs by heart.
You remember any?
I remember Chanson Marianne. I could still sing that song by heart.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And that's a song composed and written by Charles Cadet.
That's right. Yeah. There's quand nous t'es parlé, nous même Parlement pour placer à côté de nous, il y a présent, ça c'est notre coup, il y a tué il y a un antégoniste et qui nous responsabilité pour c'est une affaire nationale. Ça nous a dit, Home Affairs, avec sa responsabilité, Adam, responsabilité police.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Now, I think if we notice when they walk through the ranks, that the lines, is there a particular distance that must exist between lines? How many centimeters or meters apart?
Most definitely, it's the open order. Officers take one step forward, and this allows the space for the deputy governor to the governor general. I almost did not say it, Mr. Gaspard. And his entourage, because he is also in the company of the Commissioner of Police, the parade commander, the commissioner's staff officer, and the governor general's aide-de-camp. So most definitely, as we could see it here right now,
That platoon is the fire service.
yes.
So we're looking at they're going through, inspecting that the platoon consisting of the fire service. It's really precision, and it's almost like a sense of accuracy. And that comes with, I guess, months of training and working and trying to get that precision to this point today.
And now we're seeing the deputy to the governor general inspecting the Seventh-day Adventist Pathfinders platoon, followed by the St. Lucia Red Cross.
And we're seeing the Royal St. Lucia Police Band.
Ça m'a observé que assistant au gouverneur général là, M. Félix Finistère, qui a marché vite.
And we see Deputy to the Governor General, Felix Finistère, return to the dais. He has completed the inspection and we await the next series of commands.
Carry out with the remainder of the parade.
And the remainder of the parade would be the close to order.
We will hear the command given by the parade commander to close order.
Post order. Right. Yes.
This allows the reducing of intervals to prepare for the match past. So, ladies and gentlemen, tighter spacing as the formation approaches the saluting base. That's what you will see during the match past.
Ok, ça nous carré à présent. C'est ça nous a créé le match passe. On va essayer de regarder si moi un mot pour lui, mais ça veut dire c'est il n'y a pas qu'à rester dans une seule classe. Il y a faire mouvement. Mais tout ça, devant, ça c'est assistant pour le gouverneur général là, puis il y a un mouvement, mettez comme ça. C'est ça que je vais créer un match.
When we look at,
Yeah, so you did a little Creole in you, Miss Frederick. That's good, that's good.
Probably it's because I'm sitting close to Gaspar.
I suspect.
And of course from that, the match pass goes into slow and quick time. And of course the platoons will proceed in slow time and then quick time. Deliberate pace and swing of legs, precision.
Recover arms. Right. Move to the right. Increase. Right. Turn.
And the music you shall
Ladies
hear.
and gentlemen, the parade will now march past in slow and quick time.
And the music you shall hear will be Simply Beautiful, composed by Connie Marshall, arranged by ASP Dyson Imbert. MBE, composed and arranged by Superintendent Timothy Mondesi. Helen of the West, composed and arranged by Superintendent Carlos Means. And Match with Pride, composed and arranged by Superintendent David Myers.
In slow and quick time at 32 paces per interval with number 1 detachment leading. Right. March pass.
Président, comment dire, il a sorti en côté du groupe pour faire inspection. Après, il y a un mouvement qui a passé devant assistant pour le gouverneur général. Il a commencé lentement, après, il a fait mouvement plus vite. Ça, il a dit anglais, il a dit slow pace avec quick pace.
And of course, we are seeing the deliberate pace, the full swing of the leg, precision. This is the slow time.
Platoon to acknowledge Deputy to the Governor General, Platoon number 1, being led by Assistant Superintendent Police, Mr. Eldin Henry. He is currently the officer in charge of the Northern Division.
And there he is, Eldin Henry.
He's a certified regional instructor. The second platoon is being led by Acting Assistant Superintendent of Police, Elisha Joseph. He's the commandant of the Police Force Academy and has been a police officer for 28 years. And here comes the all-female police platoon, platoon number 3, being led by Assistant Superintendent Anantha Wilson. Miss Wilson holds a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and is a master of business administration, which specializes in human resource management.
And of
Platoon number
course,
4.
eyes right.
Yes, given by the leader of the Special Services Unit, Assistant Superintendent Brenna Camille, who was born and raised in the community of Pero, Beaufort, on December 13th, 1978. 1978, Mr. Gaspard.
Yes.
And of course, approaching the Marine units.
Oh yes, the Marine unit looking so splendid in their all-white attire, being led by Assistant Superintendent of Police Dominic Leonti, born and raised in Canaries, Mr. Gaspard.
All right.
And he's also a former teacher. He taught at the Canaries Primary School from 1989 to 1992. Yes.
And of course, we hear the cheers from the crowd.
Next up is platoon number 6. That's the Port Police, being led by Acting Assistant Superintendent of Police Chris Monrose, who's currently the inspector in charge of the Beaufort Police Station, Beaufort and Library Station. Platoon number 6 is being led by Acting Assistant Superintendent of Police Ronald Charles, and this is the Bodley Correctional Facility. These are our cadets. Our cadets. Platoon number 8 being led by Lieutenant Kurt A. Smith. And now we have the axes drawn by the head of platoon. Number 9, Fire Service.
Les pompiers.
Ah yes, being led by Assistant Divisional Officer Kaza Hippolyte. And then Mr. Gaspard, here comes the all-female platoon of the Fire Service. Being led by Station Officer Mari Goretti Johani.
Wow.
She became the first female station officer in the history of St. Lucia Fire Service to be in charge of a fire station.
Wow. That is extraordinary.
We now have the Pathfinders platoon, platoon number 11, led by Anicia Moise.
Of course, we're just seeing going by the Bordelais Correctional Facility platoon, and of course we have the Pathfinders.
And now we're seeing the St. Lucia Red Cross, being led by Mr. Lemani Lewis, platoon number 12.
Ça nous gagne à présent, c'est il y a fait mouvement bien tous. Et bien lentement, mais à présent, il y a faire un deuxième pour ça là, il y a fait plus vite.
This is called quick time, where there's a brisk, energetic.
Yeah.
And of course, they'll be saluting to the dignitaries smart heads. So when we hear eyes right, and here comes the quick march.
I do hope that our listening audience is hearing the cries of the crowd while they're really enjoying what they're saying today in Micoud.
And on the screen we see the SSU in quick time. And I mean, it is a spectacle, and all of the cheers from this really enthusiastic crowd.
We can see the Marine units.
Ça veut dire eyes right.
Oh, that's simply you make a brisk right movement with your head, turning to the right. So therefore you acknowledge the deputy to the governor general. He could actually see that you're looking straight at him. It's an acknowledgement, official acknowledgement of his presence.
C'est là you privé tout pour you got the eyes right.
Eyes right.
Ça veut dire garder mon nom, you got bailonner.
Well said, Mr. Gaspard.
And there is the bodily correctional unit. If you notice that when they come around the corner, it's almost as if they change the pattern of the formation.
Yes.
And of course, we're looking at the cadets.
I just love the blue uniform of the cadets. It looks so nice.
Ça m'a observé, il y a marché vite, mais là, you come do
it's almost like they go out into...
Yes, that's to ensure that the governor,
and
the
we're
deputy
looking at
to the governor
fire
general
service do it.
sees the platoon in proper formation.
I'm sure this took months of practice.
I could hear them. Our pathfinders are looking very, very smart and up to the challenge of keeping up with the rest of the platoon.
C'est section qui va armée. Dans les plus petites filles qui passent ces noms-là. Quand c'est Pathfinders là, c'est Red Cross là. Dans les plus, à chaque les femmes, eh bien, petites filles passent du bail.
I don't think it really speaks to our young men not being interested, but definitely it speaks to our young people doing a lot of great things in St. Lucia. You know, most times we hear a lot of bad publicity or negativity surrounding our young people when it comes to crime, but just look at this display today by our very young people. This our military parade. And that's a nice aerial view of the entire display.
And look at the precision in the lines and the formations. At this point, as the rear of the parade comes, as we take this aerial view, we are seeing them, what you call their marking time.
Oh yes.
Le respect les autres là, le dernier section arrivé en place, côté informé pour ça de route, avec vie tourner, positionner quoi.
And of course, at this point, the parade will move advance in review order.
Armed units, shoulder arms. Order arms. Correct. Dressings by the center. Inwards dress.
We will soon see the
Ladies
parade.
and gentlemen, at this time, I ask that you all please stand.
We will soon see the parade advance in review order. A display of
High front.
a display for His Excellency offering the final salute.
Armed units, shoulder arms. Parade will advance in review order by the center. Quick march.
Wow!
Fire salute. Present us. Remove headdress. Three cheers for the government and the people of St. Lucia. Parade. Replace headdress. Parade, shut!
Your Excellency, for being with us this morning and inspecting the parade. We do appreciate your presence and we hope that you enjoy the balance of today's activities.
And as the governor leaves the dais, we will stand by for the announcements from Government House and the presentation of announcements.
On the occasion of Independence Day 2026, His Excellency Deputy to the Governor General of St. Lucia has been pleased to make the following appointments. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, you may please take your seats.
Alright, standard easy. Stand easy.
On the occasion of Independence Day 2026, His Excellency Deputy to the Governor General has been pleased to make the following appointments. The St. Lucia Cross, Dr. Stephen David Rupert McNamara, For distinguished service in the field of sports administration, financial services, the hospitality industry, and law. Mr. Earl Stephen Huntley. For distinguished service in the field of diplomatic and public service, media communications, and sports. The St. Lucia Medal of Honor Gold, Mr. Hilary LaForce. For eminent service rendered in the field of culture, agriculture, broadcasting, and linguistics. Mr. Michael Gasper. For eminent service rendered in the field of education, broadcasting, and linguistics. Dr. Christopher Anthony Bober. For eminent service rendered in the field of medicine, healthcare development, public service, and community welfare. The St. Lucia Medal of Honor Silver, Mr. Victor Hubert. For eminent service rendered in the field of arts. Mr. Louis Murray. For eminent service rendered in the field of forensic sciences. Mr. Terence Sinclair. For eminent service rendered in the field of community development. The St. Lucia Medal of Merit Gold, Dr. Mathurin Emmanuel. For long and meritorious service in the field of arts. Mr. Earl Ballhog Jude Ja. For long and meritorious service in the field of sports. Mr. George Dillon Pitkin. For long and meritorious service in the field of arts and culture. The St. Lucia Medal of Merit Silver, Miss Telita Jessie Samuel. For long and meritorious service in the field of liturgy and community service. Mrs. Marina Shalry. For outstanding contribution to early childhood education. Miss Mary Bruce. For long and meritorious service in the field of office administration and community service. The St. Lucia Lepito Medal Gold, Mrs. Mary Popo. For having performed long and meritorious service in the field of finance and community service. Mr. Barry Everton George. For having performed long and meritorious service in the field of arts. Mr. Michael Nestor. For eminent service rendered in the field of arts and community development. St. Lucia Lepito Medal Silver, Mrs. Lauren Mittil. For having performed long and meritorious service in the field of youth development. Mr. John Edward. For eminent service rendered in the field of community development. Mrs. Morella Chedi Raymond. For having performed long and meritorious service in the field of education. The St. Lucia Lepito Medal Bronze, Mr. George Jules. For eminent service rendered in the field of community development. Mrs. Agatha Modest. For having performed long and meritorious service in the promotion of education and community service. Mrs. Martha Marcelina Antoine Eugene. For having performed long and meritorious service in the promotion of community service. National Service Cross, Superintendent Kentry Frederick. For rendering loyal and devoted service beneficial to the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, the government, and people of St. Lucia. Assistant Superintendent Anthony Bernard Gaston. For rendering loyal and devoted service beneficial to the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, the government, and people of St. Lucia. National Service Medal, Captain Jonathan Chico. For outstanding and meritorious service to the St. Lucia Cadet Corps, the government, and people of St. Lucia. Warrant Officer Class 1 Janelle Harris. For outstanding and meritorious service to the St. Lucia Cadet Corps, the government, and people of St. Lucia. Acting Deputy Director of Corrections Christ Anthony Felix. For outstanding and meritorious service to the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, the St. Lucia Correctional Services, the government, and people of St. Lucia. The Public Services Long Service Award, St. Lucia Public Service, Mrs. Catherine Marlene Isaac Alexander, Mr. Hubert Emmanuel, St. Lucia Teaching Service, Ms. Veronica Sinclair McGlaw, Mr. Leo Luisi, Royal St. Lucia Police Force, Inspector of Police Athanasius Mitchell, Assistant Commissioner of Police Luke De Freitas, St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority Ports Police, Port Police Corporal Fimber Mitchell, Corporal Sylvanus Odol, St. Lucia Fire Service, Divisional Officer Jermaine Shane William, Sub-Officer Bertrand Descartes, Bordelais Correctional Facility, Correctional Officer Deborah Sylvia Elliott Chalry, and Correctional Officer Marie Louise Joseph.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the departure of the Deputy to the Governor General of St. Lucia, His Excellency Mr. Felix Finisterre.
As the Governor General leaves, we will await another march pass.
Oui, nous gouverneur général là, il bâtit motocar avec nous qui a parti à présent avec ça veut dire la même après nous même presque même bagaille là et puis Premier ministre Saint-Lucie honorable Philippe J. Pierre.
And of course it will be a march pass for the Honorable Prime Minister.
Yes, and most definitely the Prime Minister proceeds to the dais and he shall receive his march pass.
You may please take your seat.
Armed units, shoulder arms.
And the parade will now do a march pass, which is an offer to the Prime Minister, the final salute.
Right. Move to the right in column of route. Right turn.
On était dit tout à l'heure, le Premier ministre prend position, il y a deux bouts à ce dias là, ça c'est place qu'on podium, côté le parler, il y a deux bouts là, qui est couvert, bien décoré, avec ces différentes sections qui fait mouvement, même quand il était fait pour le gouverneur général, différence c'est qu'il pas aller quand il était pour
March!
And the Royal St. Lucia Police Band is leading the march.
And yes, and so in case you're wondering who's in front of the band, our drum major, Acting Sergeant 46 Gideon Daisy. He has served the government and people of St. Lucia for over 15 years in his capacity with the RSLPF. And he was appointed drum major for the past 12 years.
And of course they're playing Damn Proud Lucia by Sly.
Oui, nous devons pointer à l'air. Et tout ça, c'est ça qui a marché indépendance, nous, identité, nous. Ça, musique là, c'est yon pas en identité, nous, avec chanter à Oudkatan, nous avons joué. Il y a un chanteur qui est très populaire par Sly, avec Damn Proud Lucian, avec c'est premier vraiment tant bonne police qui a joué, avec tout le monde, instamment, tout le monde.
Oh yes, and just to let our viewing and listening public know that Damn Proud Lucian was arranged by Assistant Superintendent of Police Dyson Imbert, who's the Director of Music for the Royal St. Lucia Police Band.
Chef de Stade est tellement spécial. Ça m'a aimé Andy Dane, c'est proud of it. Mon question, c'est un chantier qui est bien mangé. Avec peut-être nous avons ces différents, ça nous avons sur la télévision là, c'est capable là présenter qu'il est en blanc. Alright, et bien l'autre cette police, peut-être Zach, Inspector Zach, peut-être ça dit nous exactement.
And of course, we see the Prime Minister on the dais enjoying the march.
And here we see the St. Lucia Cadet Corps on your screens. And now we have a wider shot of the parade acknowledging our Prime Minister. And here comes the fire service.
Proud of it.
And there's the Prime Minister.
If our commissioner looking on. The all-female platoon of the fire service. Followed by our Pathfinders, Seventh-day Adventist Pathfinders. Our all-female platoon, fire service, acknowledging our Prime Minister. Our Pathfinders. The St. Lucia Red Cross platoon, marching so smartly. I was looking at the social media platforms and our online viewers, they are so excited and amazed and very happy with what they've seen here today at Micoud.
And of course,
nous ça dit merci bon Dieu pour tant bel bon temps nous ni. Puis moi ça en chaidi yo en l'Amérique avec l'Angleterre. Je passe à amuser quand yo qualité pour dire ça là yo ni là. Mais nous ni bel soleil. Merci bon Dieu.
Oh yes.
and of course we're looking at that fantastic aerial shot.
Mais pourtant, musique, c'est là où on a senti qu'on s'est ici.
Oh yes, so damn proud.
Et l'autre là, c'est Country and Western.
Oh yes, so this one there.
I'm a born Lucian.
Nous avons dit bonne félicitations pour ces gens qui fait ces musiques là, puisque ça a montré encore, il a senti qu'il y a un bon simplicien avec ses gros contributions à faire.
Turn!
At this point, the Prime Minister will leave the dais and the parade will continue. There will be a
Ladies
handover.
and gentlemen, please stand for the departure of the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Honorable Philip Joseph Pierre.
The Prime Minister is departing, and after which there will be a handover of the parade to the second in command.
The second in command, once again, Superintendent Stephen Victorin. He will command responsibility returns for the final movement of the field.
Moi, myself, see Inspector Zach Stein, they know that L'année on l'a, il va montrer un display, il va faire talent montrer. Est-ce que tu vas faire ça aujourd'hui?
I am not aware of any special displays today. I know for sure usually they do those displays when there is a milestone, like probably the 45th or 50th, but I'm not aware of any special displays today.
But I must say, today in itself,
is a special display.
The special display, the level of precision and accuracy, and the whole, the entire look, they look neat, the precision, and of course,
Armed units,
how
order!
carefully it was put together after months of rehearsal. Fantastic.
Et ça qui est encore plus intéressant, c'est qu'il orchestre, il y a Jean des orchestres en chance, Jean à sous façade est, ça c'est soleil levant, toute sortie d'une nuit pour aller vivre fort, il y a une chance puisqu'il y a un power de la vie plus pour eux. Nous pouvons avoir une chance pour aller dehors pour quantité de monde peut-être là où il y a qui a gardé, mais moi ça me l'a mis chaque monde qui sort dehors, et le monde qui a gardé à sur télévision aussi.
Okay, and as we wait the departure of the Prime Minister and the handing over of the parade to the second in command.
That's right.
Pas de temps nous expliquer ça, nous tellement dit bonne félicitations pour 3-4 monde me connaître qui aujourd'hui c'est anniversaire yo fait même jour Saint-Lucie vini indépendant. C'est en 1900.
Armed units,
And the
arms!
of police
You may be
has
seated.
now stepped onto the dais.
To the right, in column of route, right, turn!
So the Commissioner of Police, Vanguard, will also be receiving his acknowledgement with a match pass.
Tout ça,
Right, line center, quick, march!
Quand nous dit, nous avons à sur télévision, nous avons c'est différents gangs, commencer avec police ici.
Yes.
Il passe, il y a aussi un mouvement, et bien, rester avec nous, parce que différents gangs.
And of course they're playing
Premier ministre.
Imran Nerdi's I Want in You.
Donc ça là, c'est pour le commissionnaire là, ça c'est chef police là. Dernier c'était pour le gouverneur, c'est pour le premier ministre là. Et avant ça, le 2 millions pour le gouverneur général là. Mon qui est assistant pour le gouverneur général là, ici Félix Ministère.
Our Commissioner of Police has a lot to celebrate. Record has shown that under his leadership, we achieved a 16% decrease in the crime rate in last year, and also under his leadership, having formed the new gangs, narcotics, and firearm unit, we have had the most record recoveries and discoveries of illegal firearms than any other time before. So the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Vanguard, has a lot to be proud of.
Yes,
And it is definitely something to celebrate.
Under his belt.
Under his belt.
But this parade is really a unifying concept in terms of it brings everything that is St. Lucian together, our people, our music, and celebrating the victories that we have had over the years.
Once again, the Special Services Unit, followed by the Police Marine Unit. Here's our commissioner, and behind him is our staff officer.
And of course, he has a sharp salute.
Oh yes, very sharp. Bodley Correctional Facility with the iconic white rifles.
Quand on dit ça, moi changé, Mr. Gad, c'était chef en Bodley à Youngtown.
Well said, Mr. Gaspard. Just in the tail end of the all-female platoon of the fire service, followed by our Seventh-day Adventist Pathfinders platoon. And of course, the St. Lucia Red Cross. Miss Anisha Moise leading the Seventh-day Adventist Pathfinders. And here is another shot of our drum major, Acting Sergeant Gideon Daisy.
So they hand over.
There is no doubt the viewing public is definitely enjoying this.
Des autres là, je regarde des autres, mais ça c'est en les monnaie, peut-être là, ça me vient chez moi. En les monnaie, regardez. Parce que où est manière il placé, il place là en bas, et c'est mon en les monnaie.
So you can wait to buy.
You can wait to buy. Mais comme moi gawe c'est kaila en les monnaie là, c'est mon balcon yo quand regarder. You can un bel petit spectacle qu'on nous dit.
Standing behind the band major is Assistant Superintendent of Police, Mr. Dyson Imbert.
Who is what we call the band master.
Band master, band director. Oh yes, director of music and band master.
Moi maintenant, c'est musique Saint-Lucie qui a joué avec musique, c'est pas tellement musique pas longtemps, musique l'année passée. Ça a fait envie. Ça a fait ça.
Parade! Halt! Parade will advance! Left! Turn!
And I think what we want to know is that song, I Warning You.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the departure of the Commissioner of Police, Mr.
Zari.
Yes, 136 Zari Xavier arranged that song you was hearing earlier, Warning, which is sung by Imran Nedi.
Well, it's important for people to know it's the arrangement of the band, the song.
That's right.
Arranged for a marching band.
That's right.
Sabe. Ça a pour un chat talent. Ça veut dire connaître musique bien pour.
Armed units, order, arms!
The commissioner has left the desk, and of course, we now go over to the sort of formal
Ladies and
handover
gentlemen,
of the
please
parade
remain
to the
standing
second
as the
in
parade
command.
exits the facility.
And of course, the parade's final march. Of course, we know at this time they usually turn it up a little. And of course, when they go out onto the streets.
Yes.
Mais qui direction you can aller, you can aller par police station.
Yes, they'll be returning to the Micoud police station.
Ok, c'est là qu'ils ont commencé.
That's where they started, that's where they ended. Yes.
Right, ça veut dire qu'ils ont aller par un nord pays, en direction nord pays, qu'à virer en station Micoud, c'est là qu'ils ont déplacé.
And of course,
Thank you very much, sir, for your command, which has presented our audience a magnificent display. Let's
and of course, this is a point where Sergeant Gideon Daisy becomes highly animated.
Yes, I'm a drum major. And off camera, we've had the official handing over of the parade from the parade commander to his second in command, Superintendent Stephen Victory.
Officers!
Run.
The officers, the platoon leaders have been given the command to fall out.
Hold to the right! In column room! Right! Down!
The parade will now be marched back onto the highway and officially dismissed.
Bon, ça veut dire pas qu'à faire un you can aller
Well, that's left to be seen. It would be nice if they make one more round because I know that the crowd here at Micoud would really enjoy it. But
particularly ma musique la show. Aussi, nous pouvons parler de ça, mais durant parade là, nous qui là même après le gouverneur général, il a annoncé c'est l'honneur national qui a fait tous les années.
And you, my commentating partner, you received an Independence Award. Congratulations to you, Mr. Gaspard. That was totally a total shock for us.
Ici pour moi aussi.
Yes.
Okay, so the Royal Police, St. Lucia Police Band is getting in position to make the exit.
Let's see if they make one more round. Would be nice. But I don't think so. It seems they are now. They are now on the exit.
And of course, that is where they fully get animated.
Les autres, c'est mon qui jeune l'honneur, c'est Mr. Huntley, mon con Nigel Nestor, qui a joué tambour. Chaque tambour, Mr. Hilary Laforce.
Barry George.
C'est Barry George. Chaque c'est mon qui a fait les habits jeune l'honneur. Nous bien contents pour ça.
And of course, from all of us at the commentary booth, on behalf of myself, Junior Frederick, and
Michael Gaspard,
and Inspector Zachary Hippolyte.
Happy Independence, St. Lucia.
St. Lucie changer avant nous aller faire un bon bagage pour marcher l'occasion indépendance St. Lucie, faire une contribution.
And of course, and as we watch
distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and residents of Micoud, we have come to the end of the first segment of today's celebrations, the military parade, which was proudly executed by the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. We warmly invite you to join us at 2 p.m. for the Independence Celebration Rally, followed by the St. Lucia All-Stars Concert, highlighting the richness of our culture, featuring performances and contributions from St. Lucian creators. In the meantime, DJ, the stage is yours.
So this is it.
And so, once again, we see that the parade is exiting the venue and they're going out onto the streets.
Oh, this is a beautiful aerial view of the exit of the parade onto the Micoud Highway.
Very good. At
Well
least
done.
within the circumstances.
Technology really gives you an amazing viewpoint, doesn't it?
Yeah. Non, on gagne toutes différentes la technologie,
Oui.
on gagne toutes sortes de qualités, direction,
Yes.
analyser, à ce côté, tout partout, avec moi, tout ça qu'a fait bien.
Okay. And once
Avant nous
again,
aller, à des heures, nous avons dévié pour l'occasion, en l'autre occasion, ça
Youth
c'est
rally.
ça nous avons rally. Ça c'est un l'autre youth rally, c'est un l'autre activité qui a changé jour indépendance et qui commence comme l'année côté premier ministre qui a délivré un go l'adresse by youth rally by jeunesse pays. Mais ça c'est une occasion qui est bien important. Et puis encore à 5 heures, même ici à Kenya,
Concert.
un jam.
A jam.
and once again, on behalf of the government of St. Lucia and NTN, would like to say Happy Independence, St. Lucia, and see you again at this time.
Happy Independence. Stay safe.
Bon anniversaire indépendance.
Yeah.
47.
47.
Oh God.